Hi and welcome everyone. Today you will learn about this powerful technique with which you can release any negative emotion or reprogram any limiting beliefs or fear in just 2 minutes by making this simple practice. So today I'm here with Chris. We are in Bali today, a really beautiful day, and today I will practice this technique on Chris, on her some specific fears and limiting beliefs that he has, and you will be able to have more clarity about how this technique is working. So here are two powerful and important benefits about the technique. The first one is that you can see the results instantly. So after we have identified what negative emotion you have or limiting belief, after we identified, we need to make a verbal command in your subconscious mind, and you will see the results instantly. Even though you had anxiety for 30 years every day, and you had that negative belief, and you had social anxiety and so on every day for even 50 years, it doesn't matter. After we made the command, you're going to be able to see the results instantly, not after 6 months of practicing it, no, instantly and directly. And the second benefit is that you can experience this technique for free. So stay until the end of this video to see how you can experience this technique for free. So if you suffer of anxiety, negative thoughts, fears, or any financial or mental blockages, and you're looking since a long time for a solution, or maybe you've been practicing a lot of therapies in the last years or so, and you still don't have powerful and real results in your life, well, then you are very welcome to see a solution that will change your life and transform your life forever in a very positive way. Cool. So the purpose of this video is actually to give you clarity and to prepare you to have this free experience with the facilitator. So stay until the end to have all the all the pieces of the puzzle together in your mind, right? So in the beginning, I want to introduce myself so we're gonna make a better connection. So my name is Emmanuel. So I have this powerful technique at the moment in Romania, with which I have an incredible success. I have thousands and thousands of customers and reviewers, and is becoming really popular now. And the time has come to share it internationally here in Bali and in English. So at this moment in my life, I have an incredible level of success. I'm financially and emotionally free since over 6 years. I've been traveling the world. I have an incredible relationship, friends. So everything is really incredible in my life. I'm emotionally free, so it's very hard for me to find negative emotions within me, even though I can let my mind think of any situation, past, future, present, and I cannot find any negative emotion. And if I find something, I can release it at will. And this is the most powerful skill that you can learn, to learn how to release your negative emotions at will. It will transform your life completely. But my life wasn't always like this. So I was born in Romania, where I experienced a lot of poverty and traumas, and I grew up with this negative belief that I don't deserve to live, because my father told me that he made me by mistake, and he was always telling me to leave the house, and how happy was he if I was not there. And until 25 years old, I've experienced a very intense social anxiety and panic attacks every day. It doesn't matter in whatever social environment I was going. Either I was going with the train, or with the metro, or I was going in a shop, or I was going at school. Wherever I was, I felt this big shame and social anxiety every time. It doesn't matter if I was changing the country, the environment, the job, I was experiencing the same things over and over. And because I became super enthusiastic and passionate about this concept that we can create our own life with our thoughts and emotions, I was for a period of about 6 years, I was super disciplined, and I practiced a lot of techniques to reprogram my subconscious mind, and mainly to heal myself all the social anxiety that I was experiencing every day. And I've invested a lot of money in all sorts of courses of Theta healing, timeline healing, Silva method, Psyche, EFT tapping, a lot of years of intense discipline, a lot of years of doing a lot of yoga, and all sorts of different therapies, and hypnosis and affirmations, and reading hundreds and hundreds of books. I was so desperate to heal myself and to get rid of that suffering from within me, that I was waking up every day at 5 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't feel good if I knew that in that day I was not doing something very significant to improve my life and to have success and to have the abundance that I'm experiencing today. And one of the things that was frustrating me, it was that I was for example, when I lived in London, I was in a huge spiritual community, and everybody was super spiritual there. Like everybody was doing a lot of therapies, reading books, going to different holistic events, and doing the right discipline. And there were some people even after 10 years of meditating and doing a lot of spiritual practices. The problem was that none of them was successful. All of them were still facing different problems in their life financially. They were going to a job that they didn't like. They had no beautiful relationships. They were not traveling the world. So that was my frustration, that nobody had a proper technique to see results and to transform their life. And it was the same in Romania. When I moved to Romania like 3 or 4 years ago, it was the same, because I was attracting same sorts of people, in my life. So all of my friends were entrepreneurs, were spiritual, were kind of successful, but they were not growing as much as powerful as they should. And everybody was doing a lot of holotropic breathing, doing a lot of spiritual practices, reading books every day, the same thing. And none of them has reached the success that I have today. And I'm not talking only financially. I'm talking also in terms of spirituality, in terms of my level of consciousness, the friends that I have, traveling the world, and the incredible experiences that are happening to me without me putting any effort into manifesting them. And the point with this story is that I want to share with you the only thing that has helped me to see results was this idea of releasing negative emotion. Whenever I was releasing negative emotion, I could see that the next day when I was going to the shop and the seller, the Indian seller, was looking into my eyes, I didn't felt the social anxiety. I was looking on my left, on my right, and I was expecting to have the panic attack again, but it was not there. And I was fascinating. I was, damn, after 5 years of intense self-development, just after I've done that simple practice of releasing negative emotions, I couldn't see the anxiety within me. So I was shocked, and I started to become very passionate about these techniques of releasing negative emotions. This is the approach that you need to have when you want to heal yourself, to better your life, to improve your situations, is that you need to have a way to quantify the results. Because a lot of people are reading books, are doing practices, spirituality, affirmations, but none of them, they cannot measure and quantify the results that they have. And this is the most powerful benefit with this technique that I'm about to share with you, is that you can see the results instantly. After you apply the technique, it takes 1 minute, you're gonna see the results instantly. So every day you can quantify and measure your evolution. You can see, yesterday you had that negative emotions, today you don't have it, and you can move forward. So before starting to apply this technique on Chris, my friend here next to me, I want to share a couple of more important things. Why, first of all, is important to change the subconscious mind? Because neuroscientists are affirming nowadays that we live 97% of our lives from subconscious programs and beliefs. That means what? You wake up every day and you have same behavior, same mental conversation, same emotions, same thoughts. That's why they say that 95% of your thoughts and emotions are repeating every day. Yeah, that's why you have same results. No matter if you change your job, if you change your career, if you change environment, friends, you're gonna see that you're gonna end up having same results at the end of the year. And that's why 90% of the people who won the lottery, they lost everything, because you have a specific vibration within you that is created by the multitude of emotions that are stuck in your subconscious mind from whatever traumas or experiences you had along your life. So all this, that memory of all the experiences that you had, the emotional experiences, are in the memory of your subconscious mind, and you experience those emotions every day. For example, I had anxiety until 25 years old, and after I released it, I never felt it again, ever 1 second. And this is not a coincidence. And the point I'm trying to make is that you are responsible for every emotion that you live daily. There is not a person, there is not Chris, for example, now that is coming and putting emotions in my body. He just activate them from within me. Is the same with your spouse or your colleagues or your mates. They don't give you negative emotion, they don't piss you, they don't makes you feel rejected or betrayed or whatever. They just activate the emotions that are stored in your body. And that's why it's important to take responsibility. And if you don't change those negative emotions, nothing will change for you. For example, financially, how do you think I become financially free 5 or 6 years ago without doing a lot of practice? I mean, I've been doing a lot of practices, obviously, but there was one single thing that I've done. I've released all the negative emotions that I feel correlated to my financial situation every day. All the fears, all the worries, all the anxiety, all the little negative thoughts in my mind regarding my finances, I release them one by one every day, and I end up, traveling the world without my will. I mean, because here's the thing, you don't need to focus on manifesting your best life by visualization and writing journal and doing a lot of such practices. You just need to focus on having the right vibration. And you're not going to have the right vibration by thinking positively and writing affirmations every day. You need to release negative emotions, because for example, when you think now about your finances, if you have negative emotions, be sure that you're going to attract negative situations in your life. You're going to attract people, things, results, and experiences that resonates with the multitude of negative and positive emotions that you have in your subconscious mind. Yeah, everything is energy. We know that. And maybe you heard of this concept that you need to rise your vibration. Yeah, you don't rise your vibration by thinking positively and thinking only love and light. No, you need to release the negative emotions from within you, because they're not going to be released if you just think positively. Oh, my life is perfect, but you're full of negative emotions. That's not going to work. So this is the solution. Okay, and it's important to have the right expectations with this technique. So as I said, in 2 minutes you can release any negative emotion, fears, or change any limiting beliefs by applying this technique. But there is not just one negative emotion that is in your subconscious mind. Yeah, you cannot, for example, heal all the social anxiety that you had with one command. You cannot get enlightened from one command in your subconscious mind and that's it, your life will be perfect and incredible. You need to take every layer of negative emotion that is within your subconscious mind one by one, because for example, you don't have just a fear, you don't have just a limiting belief. You have many that have gathered along your life, and you need to take one by one specifically and reprogram them. But the beautiful part is that it's not going to take you 6 months of affirmations to change a negative belief. It's going to take you 2 minutes. All right, Chris, I hope you like my introduction.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Welcome in Bali.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Right. So today I'm gonna apply the technique on you, on your specific topic. I understand that your finances maybe are to be improved. You have few worries or maybe some negative thoughts. It's natural, we all have things to improve in our finances. That's for sure.
Yeah.
we all want more money,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And
Cool.
freedom.
Cool. Right, so you've never experienced this technique before. I mean, not in a powerful and deep way as now.
No.
Cool. So okay, so let me write you here. Okay, so what would be your negative belief? Let's start with this negative belief that is the most common one when it comes to finances. Let's take the belief that I never have enough money. Think about this belief and say it to yourself. I never have enough money. And tell me on a scale from 0 to 10, how intense and true is this belief for you? I never have enough money. How real and...
In this now moment, it's probably 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
And you had it since ever. I mean...
It fluctuates because there's times in your life where you have a good job and then you think you're okay for a little while, but then you seem to spend more than you have.
And then the subconscious programming comes forward and it does the job, and you're going to have the same money again.
Again and again. So when you sort of think that you're going to keep going, all of a sudden something happens in the world that takes it down, or I don't know, your ex-wife starts needing the money, something along those lines. So exactly. Yeah, it's a consistent thought and belief that we all have, right?
So we're gonna do a couple of diggings because it's very important to have this information clear. Our beliefs in our subconscious mind are not alone, you know, they are not. So the beliefs in our subconscious mind are not individual, they are not on their own, they are connected to others. So in the next couple of minutes, we're gonna do a special technique of digging. We're gonna dig a little bit in your subconscious mind to see what is behind and beyond this negative belief, because it's important to identify all the negative beliefs behind it so that we can remove it completely. Because usually after that belong underneath that belief, there can be you're gonna see what other fears you have. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what we're gonna do, Chris. I'm gonna put you a couple of questions, and I want you to answer me with the first words that are coming to your mind without giving me explanations. If you try to give me explanations, I will stop you. So the purpose again of this exercise is to see what is behind that fear. Okay. So you can ideally is to grab on this negative emotion or worry, and to go in the subconscious mind with this negative emotion. Okay. So tell me, what is the worst that can happen if you will never have enough money? The first words that are coming to your mind.
Be homeless.
And what's the worst that can happen if you are homeless? If you're always going to be homeless, what's the worst that can happen?
Lost.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
And what's the worst that can happen if you are lost?
Don't know.
Okay, tell me the first words that are coming to your mind. What's the worst that can happen if you are lost?
Death.
And what's the worst that can happen if you die?
The end. There's not much more that can happen than...
There are usually at least 5 fears behind the fear of death.
Okay, not for me. Mine's just the extinction of self.
Okay, and what's the worst that can happen if you if yourself dies?
I'm no longer here.
And what's the worst that can happen if you are no longer here?
Oblivion. I don't know. It's not something I've gone into a lot.
Okay.
I get what you mean.
Why you are afraid of never having enough money? Tell me the first words that are coming to your mind. Don't try to think too much. Why are you afraid of not having enough money?
I don't have an answer. Fear.
Fear of what?
Worth. Maybe. Self-worth.
Okay, and what's the worst that can happen if your self-esteem is low and it's always going to be low?
No value.
And what's the worst that can happen if you don't have a value, if you have any value, if you don't have any value?
No love. No unconditional love.
You don't have love.
Yeah. Or connection.
And what's the worst that can happen if you don't have love, if you don't experience love in your life?
It's
and nobody loves
empty.
you. And what's the worst that can happen if you are empty?
I don't have anything to say. I'm back to death again.
Okay. And try to think about this frustration that you have regarding your finances, that you're not thankful for the situation that you are in. And try to tell me what negative emotions do you feel right now. Do you have like a heaviness on your chest or a emptiness in your stomach?
A little bit
more
heavy in the stomach. More heavy in the stomach. And a little bit here as well, around the heart.
But where is more intense?
Yeah, down here.
Down there. What do you feel down there?
Fear.
Fear. And what else?
Anger.
What else? You feel? What sensation do you feel? Like a pulsation, or anxiety, or tension?
Heat and solid, kind of like something solid.
You feel like a pressure. Or...
Yeah, it feels like there's something in there, like an alien's going to come out.
And how intense do you feel this negative emotion on a scale from 0 to 10?
Just then, probably
now
6 maybe.
6, and you can increase it. or it's about 6?
No, as we were going through the conversation.
So it's 6 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But then it sort of slips up onto the solar plexus when it comes
Okay, we're
into
gonna
my
do
being.
another command on the solar plexus, and tell me what do you feel on the solar plexus right now? The same
Like
fear,
a pressure.
and what else?
Mm,
Fear, shame, anxiety. What do you feel?
ask me again.
What emotions do you feel? Shame, fear, worry, anxiety, stress. What do you feel?
Stress and maybe a little bit of shame.
And what sensation do you feel? Is like a heaviness or a pulsation or a
It's just
tension?
a sort of like solid
Solid
thing
heaviness.
across me. Yeah, like someone's pressing on my solar plexus, and
Cool.
it
And
keeps
how intense?
warping back
How
between these
intense do
two
you feel it
places.
in the solar plexus right now on a scale from 0 to 10?
Now
Now,
4.
4. Okay. So in the stomach is more intense, but in the plexus 4.
Yeah, or when we talk about it in a certain way, it brings up certain physical responses to the emotions.
Okay, try to feel the emotions, and I will start to make these commands in your subconscious mind. So the command, it will be very simple. I will command. So after we have identified what negative emotions and negative beliefs you have in your subconscious mind, usually we have to go a little bit deeper, but this is just an example, because usually in a private session we go way much deeper. But after we have identified the emotions and the beliefs, now I'm gonna make a couple of commands to your subconscious mind, and I will command for those emotions from you to be uh, removed, brought into the universal consciousness, and replaced with something positive.
Okay.
The command is super simple, and we will see the results in a couple of minutes. So I will start the technique. Are you giving me permission to make these commands in your subconscious mind?
Yes, please.
It's very important to ask for permission, but I will teach you all of this in the course, obviously. Cool. So I command that the heaviness that Chris feels in his stomach, all the conflicts for which he feels this heaviness in the stomach, all the fear and anger that he feels in his stomach right now, all the conflicts for which he feels this fear and anger in his stomach, all this heat and negative emotion that he feels in his stomach, all the conflicts for which he feels this heat and negative emotions in his stomach, all this solid like pressure that he feels in his stomach, all the conflicts for which he feels this solid and pressure in his stomach, all the negative emotions and emotional blockages stuck in his stomach area and lower chakras, I command to be taken from him and brought into an universal consciousness with all the root causes, and be replaced with love, acceptance, happiness, joy, abundance, and the best programs coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that this pressure that Chris feels in his solar plexus, all the conflicts for which he feels this pressure in his solar plexus, all the stress and shame that Chris feels in his solar plexus, and all this solid heaviness that he feels in his solar plexus, and all the conflicts for which he feels the sensation of something solid and heavy in his solar plexus, all this pressure, fear, and negative emotion that he feels in his solar plexus, and all the negative emotions and emotional blockages from his solar plexus chakra, I command to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the causes, roots, and conflicts, and be replaced with love, happiness, abundance, joy, fulfillment, freedom, and the best programs coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I will start with the commands for the mental programs.
Okay.
I command that Chris program, I'm afraid of death, I'm dying, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with the power and courage to live. I live a long and beautiful life on earth, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. I command that Chris program, I am lost, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I am me, I am conscious of me, I am aware, I am beautiful, and I'm happy, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that Chris program and belief, I am homeless, I will be homeless, and all this fear of being homeless, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I always have a house, I'm free, I feel always safe, and I always have a house, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. I command that Chris program, I am empty, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I am fulfilled, I am happy, I am joyful, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that Chris program, I don't have love in my life, nobody loves me, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I am love, I feel love, everyone loves me, I am loved and protected, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that Chris program, I'm not valuable, I'm not important, to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I'm important, I'm valuable, I love myself, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that Chris program and belief I never have enough money to be taken from him and brought into the universal consciousness with all the roots, causes, and conflicts, and be replaced with I always have enough money, I have more than enough money for all my needs always, and the best program coming from the universal consciousness for his highest good. And I command that this change takes place now and forever into his consciousness and in all the cells of his physical body. And I command that all the receptor centers for the old programs to be closed and to open a new receptors for the new programs and emotions for Chris. Okay, and take a couple of deep breaths in. Okay, and you should be able to feel the change in about 1 or 2 minutes after I finish the commands. But obviously there are other emotional layers or deeper negative beliefs that maybe we haven't identified. But just take another deep breath in and let's see in 1 minute how you feel. Let's see if it's necessary maybe to make another command. But you seems to be quite chilled.
I have a feeling that as it was happening, like the transmutation or whatever it is of bits of my body sort of almost releasing in the physical, and then just parts of me disappearing or changing, or
Okay,
it's almost like my head's a bit fluffy now.
How intense that's the experience that you should have? How intense is the heaviness in your stomach right now on a scale from 0 to 10?
Probably it's still moving, so maybe 2.
2. Okay, so
yeah. I can
it
still.
has
It's
lowered.
almost like, you know, sometimes when you've had it for a while, you feel the echo of it being there.
Right.
Not necessarily the same heaviness.
Okay. So it has decreased from 6 to 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about this belief that you never have enough money? How intense it is now on a scale from 0 to 10?
I don't know. All I can think of is like pink fluffy rainbows and
Okay,
kittens.
how intense do you feel this fear at the moment?
Not
Never
at
having
all.
enough money.
Not at all.
Okay, give me a number.
um, 1.5 maybe, or
One and
like
a half.
half.
Okay, so it has decreased from 8 tonight to 1.5. Yeah, that's the experience that you should have. And tell
Okay.
me, how was the experience?
It was awesome. It was really interesting to well, part of it was hard, don't get me wrong, the delving into it and like the first thing that comes to you, because you do feel laid bare.
The identifying part is a little
Yeah.
bit intense.
Because it's I know that it's my programs, and so it's kind of like saying it from that perspective, but maybe it's not who I am. Essentially, it's what I believe, or I have believed. But now, yeah, I feel pretty like walking around on air. Just kind of want to dance in my chair.
So how was, I mean, you had this negative belief at least since 2 weeks since I met you in Bali. I mean, you had that sort of stress, and
Yeah.
I could see you a little bit anxious
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Okay, and now try to analyze and try to think, what is that thought? What is that fear anymore? What is that fear right now?
What was the
You had it.
What was the words?
You had it for at least 2 weeks since I met you. What is it now?
Not having something. Not having. Not having. I think you said it's finances, isn't it? We're talking about finances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's something about not. I can almost not say words. The words like it's almost like they're forgotten. So
that's how you should feel, even though you had anxiety for 30 years or a specific fear. When you think about that specific and you put the intention to think about that situation, let's say that you throw that thought into that direction, but it will never reach the target. It's like you try to think in that direction, but the thought is not there, the fear is not there.
It's like
it's missing.
there's snow in the way, or
Exactly.
a shield, and I'm trying to get round it.
You cannot throw the thought to that target. Yeah, that's how you should feel the sensation.
It's literally weird.
So guys, this is what you will expect to experience in this free session that I'm offering you. As I said, if you want to experience this powerful technique in your life, you can enroll into a free session. I will also teach Chris about this powerful technique to be a facilitator. So if you want to better your life, if you want to see a powerful technique that will change and improve any aspect of your life, enroll now for a free session, and I will give you this experience. It might look a little bit strange that, looking you at the screen right now, maybe things are not coming up properly to see Chris, that he changed his face now completely. It might look a little bit weird, but it's important for you to be open and to experience this powerful technique, and you will see incredible results in your life. Chris, do you have any words in the end to explain your experience?
Like you say, I mean,
would you try it again? Would you practice it?
Yeah, it surprised me how impacting. I thought we were kind of just going to go into the money thing, but to delve deeply into all those, I think you call them root causes or the root beliefs, and just kind of like wade through those in what we've done. Like in the actual bit with me, it was like 3 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, it doesn't take long. It doesn't matter. I mean,
if you're truthful about it and say really, then that's going to give you the best results, right?
Exactly. And if you're guided by somebody who's been done it before, they know how to dig, because the technique is super simple, but the identifying part, it might be a little bit complex, because some of the people they were never in touch with their emotions. For example, a lot of clients are coming to me that, I have anxiety since 10 years. Okay, and I ask them, do you feel the anxiety now? Yes. And where do you feel it in your body? Should I supposed to feel it in my body? Yes. I don't know, maybe in my chest a little bit. So the point I'm trying to make is that people are not in contact with their emotions, and that's why you can come to have this experience, and we will guide you and teach you the right way to identify the emotion, to make the command, and to set yourself emotionally free.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. Very happy. I want to see what happens next.
Okay, well, just to clarify, Chris, regarding your finances, you still have a lot of negative beliefs there. For example, we have to work a little bit deeper in your self-esteem aspect.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few things to explore and to improve there. And once we improve that part of, because as a man, it's important to have a high self-esteem, to be important, to be valuable, and that's how you're gonna attract more success, because it's not necessarily about the money, it's about your value as a man. You know, the more valuable you are and the more valuable the others are seeing you, the more happy and successful you're gonna be.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about providing value to the world and to others. This is our mission, I guess. So
Yeah, absolutely.
once again, enroll into a free session now to experience this powerful technique. If you suffer of anxiety, or if you want to improve your finances, your relationships, your self-esteem, your daily thoughts and emotions, and your daily conversation that you have in your mind, this is a simple solution that it will transform your life. So thank you so much for watching me, guys, and I will see you soon.
Thank you.